Okay, so work out 13.8 times 10 to the 7 times 5.4 times 10 to the negative 12. For this question, you actually get a mark for not even getting the answer as an ordinary number, really. So you've got a calculator, use it, type in exactly what you can see. So 13.8 times 10. Now to the power of 7, you would need to put this button, x to the power of 7, and it's close bracket times open bracket 5.4 times 10 to the power of negative 12. And my answer comes up already in standard form. So at the moment it says 7.452 times 10 to the negative 4. And you can see I've written that down here because actually you get a mark just for writing these 4 numbers. You get a mark for those 4 numbers. Now normally you try and press S to D, the SD button, but nothing is actually happening there. So I'm going to work this out for myself. So 7.452 times 10 to the negative 4. What that means is I have to move all of these digits along 4 places to the right. Firstly, I'm going to move it once. So I'm going to take one from here and it becomes 10 to the negative 3 and I move it once. Move it again. 10 to the negative 2 becomes 0.0752, 10 to the negative 1, 0.007452, and if I were to go now 10 to the power of 0, which is just times by 1, you've got 0.007452, and that one is my answer. Some calculators will give that to you anyway. So 0.007452. Question 26. When a drawing pin is dropped, it can land point down or point up. Lucy, Mel and Tom each dropped the drawing pin a number of times. The table shows the number of times the drawing pin landed point down and the number of times landed point up. Whose results will give the best estimate for the probability that it will land point up? Well, let's have a look. So Lucy took the test 44 times. Mel took the test 80 times and Tom only took the test 25 times. Now from that you can see that Mel did more experiments, so Mel is more reliable. Mel, because she dropped the pin more times. Okay, Stuart is going to drop the drawing pin twice. Use all of the results to show an estimate for the probability that the drawing pin will land point up first time and point down the second time. Okay, so the probability that the drawing pin will land point down, well, how many times did it land point down? 31 add 53, add 16, and I'm just going to use a calculator for that. So I'm going to do 31, add 53, add 16 equals, so that was 100 times. It landed point up, 14 plus 27 plus 9, and that landed up 50 times. So 14 plus 27 plus 9 equals 50. So you can see from that it landed, that they did the experiment, there was 150 attempts at the experiment. So 150, so it's out of 150, so we want it to land point up the first time. So the probability that it lands point up is 50 out of 150. And if we want point down the second time, so we want both things to happen, we're going to multiply. Point down is going to be 100. What was it point down? Out of 150. And you can do this on a calculator, it's totally up to you. You can multiply fractions on paper. I'm going to do it as on calculator because I like using the fraction button. 100 over 150 equals 0.2 or 2/9. My answer equals 2/9.